All right, guys, so the bike is all the way down for the most part, and I got the wiring harness pulled out, and I've really been just kind of going over it and understanding it. So I don't intend on reusing probably any of this, maybe some connectors. So, but I did need to kind of understand what is here. So for my research, this is an encoder type motor. So I need to get an encoder type Fardriver, and I want to get one with the connector that looks like this. So that's going to be the overall goal is to get the right type of Fardriver here. And I don't know this for sure, but that's my best research. I translated Chinese to English once or twice, and as far as I could tell, this has an encoder type sensor. And here's the plug for it. So that's the overall plan. And yeah, so let's just go through this wiring harness. We'll do like a speed run, and then you can have your own fun at home. Have your own fun with your own harness here. But so I do think this is going to work. So just to go up here, here's the throttle. It's a 3-wire throttle, so I don't see why this wouldn't work with any other controller. Here's the display. The display now, I'm not entirely sure. So the display will likely work, but wiring up this display with the 3 speed modes, it may be a little bit more complex than the display that I'm probably gonna put on this bike. I'll put I think it's made by DKM. So I have a display I want to put on here, so I don't necessarily need to reuse the stock display, or I may not at all. So, but as far as this can absolutely be, so the throttle can be the throttle can be used with any controller as far as I could tell, and same thing with this key lock here. So it's a 3-wire. This plugs into this connector, and so basically you got 2 key positions, and when you have the key all the way to the right, all three of these pins are connected. So this is essentially, one wire. So they're all connected. So this plugs in to here, and if you look here, this goes to the battery, positive on the battery. So since we know that when the key position is all the way to the right, all of those are connected, that means all of these are 60-volt positive leads, right? Because this is coming right off the battery, or coming off the battery connections at the Fardriver. So this will be 60 volts. So this wire is 60 volts, and I recognize this wire. This is the wire that is on the accessory switch, right? So that's my headlight switch. That's that. And then there it is. Here's the transformer. I pulled it off. It was mounted there. So I pulled it off the bike, and I got it up on a zip tie. And here are my connections for it here. So that's the 12 volt going to the headlight. And this is the input. So I know this is 60 volts, and there's a black wire and this blue and white wire. So the blue and white wire goes up here, and then here's an orange wire. So I know that everywhere in this wiring harness that is a black wire, you see all these black wires are connected together here. So those are all ground, right? Those are all ground. And you see here these orange wires. So it all originates at this connector here at the switch, which is getting the 60 volts from the battery. And turning the switch on lets the power through. So this orange wire here, see it? it comes back, and then boom, right here, you see it branches out and goes everywhere. So everywhere that orange wire goes is getting 60 volts. So that's one thing to notice about this. The other thing to know is all these green wires, all of this, and this thing, which was not plugged in. This here was not plugged in. This is all like a safety circuit. So everywhere that comes back to here is some kind of safety, typically. So this is the kickstand safety. If we come here, what else goes back there? So this is the tilt sensor. So if we follow, see that green wire right there? Tilt sensor. And yep, see it goes back to there. So the tilt sensor is this. It's actually pretty cool. I should open it up, but I encourage you to open it up and look inside it. It's got a little half moon thing in there that